Welcome back to Daily Dose of Devotional. Today, we're turning to the Gospel of Matthew chapter 25, verses 1 to 13, to unravel the insightful parable of the 10 virgins. In the twilight hours, on the eve of a grand wedding celebration, anticipation filled the air. 10 virgins, who in this parable were acting as bridesmaids, adorned with lamps in hand, awaited the arrival of the bridegroom. The atmosphere was charged with excitement and festivity, for the momentous event was about to unfold. Now, before going further, let me explain the tradition of a first-century Jewish wedding. After agreeing to marry, the couple entered into the betrothal period, also known as the Arusin period, which typically lasted for about a year. Although they were considered married, they did not live together or consummate their marriage yet. During the Arusin period, the groom was to prepare a place for his bride, while the bride focused on her personal preparations, wedding garments, lamps and such. Although the bride knew to expect her groom after about a year, she did not know the exact day or hour. He could come earlier. When the bridegroom finally came to the bride's home, it was usually at night. He would arrive, take his bride, and a procession would follow them back to the place the bridegroom had prepared for the bride to have the wedding and festivities. However, because it was at night, everyone was expected to carry their own lamp, and those without a lamp may be seen as a robber or someone that did not belong. Now, back to the parable. 5 of the virgins, wise and prepared, took extra oil for their lamps, anticipating a delay in the bridegroom's arrival. The other 5, however, carried lamps without this extra reservoir of oil. As they all awaited the bridegroom's appearance, the night wore on, and drowsiness enveloped the virgins, and they fell asleep. At the midnight cry announcing the arrival of the bridegroom, the virgins sprang into action, trimming their lamps to welcome him. But the lamps of the 5 foolish virgins began to flicker and fade. Realizing their oversight, they turned to the wise virgins, pleading, "Give us some of your oil, for our lamps are going out." The wise virgins, knowing that their oil supply was essential for the moment at hand, replied, "No, there will not be enough for us and you. Go rather to the dealers and buy for yourselves." While the foolish virgins sought more oil, the bridegroom arrived, and those who were ready entered the wedding feast. The door was then shut. Later, when the foolish virgins returned with oil, they pleaded to enter, but the bridegroom, in sorrowful response, declared, "I do not know you." The door, once open to those prepared and watchful, remained closed to those who had neglected to ensure their lamps burned brightly. The oil in the lamps symbolizes the readiness and faithfulness of believers for the anticipated return of Jesus. It's a call to be vigilant, to be spiritually filled and prepared for the coming of the Lord. The parable of the 10 virgins serves as a profound lesson on the importance of readiness and preparedness for the coming of the kingdom. It highlights the need for spiritual vigilance, emphasizing that some things cannot be borrowed or acquired at the last moment. The wise virgins exemplify the importance of a sustained and prepared faith, while the foolish virgins underscore the perils of spiritual procrastination. So, how does this parable speak to us today? It challenges us to examine our spiritual readiness. Are we, like the wise virgins, consistently seeking and cultivating our relationship with God? Or are we, like the foolish virgins, unprepared and seeking last-minute fixes? Through this parable, Jesus calls us to be watchful, ready for His return, and to cultivate a faith that endures with the essential oil of perseverance and genuine readiness. Thank you for joining me for today's devotional. If you found this video meaningful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Until next time, I pray that your lamps be filled and you have more oil ready. Take care and God bless.